Hello everyone, I'm Johnny. So recently, the Hong Kong government introduced a policy called raising personal tax allowance. There are many different opinions around this policy. Some people support it because it can help the economic. Some people disagree that because it may increase in the government deficit. So the question is, can this policy really reduce economic pressure? Next, I will show some news clip.
Financial Secretary Paul Chan delivered a new budget.
The budget uses purple for the cover. Paul Chan said it signifies that in the rapidly changing external environment, Hong Kong's economic internal momentum is continuously strengthening. The personal tax exemption, child tax exemption, and the tax exemption for parents or grandparents have all been increased. There are 2 seasons of rates reduction.
So, I guess everyone has already had a general understanding of this news. Next, I will interview 2 Miami students. Hello, what was your name?
My name is Sadie.
Okay, so let me briefly introduce the background. So Hong Kong economy slowed down after the COVID, but the government has a good fiscal supplies this year. So therefore, the financial department was introduced some tax refund policy, and including increasing the personal tax allowance to reduce people's financial pressure. So I have a few questions to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your major?
I'm a social work major.
Okay, so have you ever had any knowledge about paying tax?
I have some knowledge, but very little. I know you have to pay taxes every year, and it can be a very stressful time for people, especially if you don't make a lot of money. But the more money you owe, the more you have, the more you owe. So
okay,
yeah, that's all I know.
so this new about Hong Kong increasing personal tax allowance. Do you think this is a good thing?
I think it's a good thing because it can decrease some financial pressure on people, especially those with less money. And it can just make it less of a stressful time and give them more money to be able to spend.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So hello, what was your name?
Elliot.
Okay, so I have a few questions to ask you. What's your major?
I am a sports media and communications major here at Miami.
Wow, interesting. So have you ever had any knowledge about paying taxes?
I have not had any personal knowledge about paying taxes besides I work a city job and stuff, so I have to pay government taxes and stuff like that. But when it comes to taxes, I think I know about how stressful it can be the tax season specifically for not only for businesses and stuff, but also for people because taxes can vary depending on how much you make, like your salary and stuff. So really wealthy people will pay more, and then poorer people or people that aren't doing as well will pay less. But it can still be really stressful even if you have to pay less because then you have less money to spend overall. And yeah.
Okay. So there's a news here about the Hong Kong increasing personal tax allowance. Do you think this is a good thing?
Well, I think for the government this might be difficult because if you have less tax money coming in, then it can be less, you can provide less, I'd imagine, less programs and stuff and less funding for things like public stuff like that. But for people, I could imagine this being a good thing because it gives you more leeway when it comes to your income. Say, if you make not a lot of money, you still don't, if you have to owe less, and that's better, because especially if you don't make a lot of money, then you have more leeway to spend more money and not have to worry about giving it away in taxes. And yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Okay, thank you. All right, next, I will show some interview clip to see how Hong Kong people view this policy.
講 比較滿意方面就係喺子女嗰個免稅額嗰度有所提高啦。期望最大嘅就係消費券啦，同埋一啲學生嘅津貼啦。咁
小偉大好多謝嘅，飲餐茶鬆手啲，咁都係一個幸福感啦。
我知道政府都盡做共度時間，希望在明天咧，希望下年會更好啦。
Okay, let me do the brief summarize. In general, the response to this policy has been positive. However, some people may feel that benefit is not direct enough. But overall, based on all interview, this policy, it really helped economic recovery and has a high reputation.